I'm Matt.
I'm Kerry.
We are the Stagmer brothers of Baltimore Knife and Sword.
Our work can be seen on film, Broadway, and at Renaissance festivals around the country.
We're going to be taking some of your favorite weapons to mash up into hybrids you've never seen before.
This is Man-at-Arms, REFORGED.
This Ninja Turtles build is pretty rad to me. Growing up in the 90s, I was a big fan of the Ninja Turtles. We're gonna combine all four, Leonardo, Donatello, Raphael, and Michelangelo, into one badass weapon. Can't wait to get this one going. The base of our Ninja Turtles build is gonna be Donatello's bow staff. First thing I had to do was cut the wood to length. Raphael's part of this build is pretty obvious. It's the sai on the top.
We start by forging 1-inch square 4140 down to around 5/8 square, and then begin to draw the form from there. After drawing down the bar, I adjust the Iron Kiss power hammer to treadle hammer mode and cut off 2 pieces to length. I then forge the body of the sai down into a taper. I then hot punch and drift the crossbar. After hot punching the crossbar, I then bring it over and center it in the vise and bend the tines.
Sam did a really great job forging the sai to shape. I'm going to take off minimal material on the sander just to get it ready for heat treating. The chain is our tie-in to Michelangelo's nunchucks. We built in a locking mechanism that allowed the sai to detach from the bow staff.
Using the 4th axis on the CNC mill, we cut the slot for the mechanism allowing the chain to release.
Kerry hand turns the socket on the lathe.
We're going to cut a shoulder so that it matches the pipe, and we'll continue that cut until our calipers will drop down on the sides to show us that we're at the proper size.
After Kerry turned a nice little socket for me on the lathe, I'm going to just do a little rough grinding on it and then make it pretty. Using the TIG welder, John attaches the side of the socket.
We use a hard steel pin to attach the chain to the side to create the nunchuck.
Now that we have all the parts to the side together, it's time for heat treating. Using a specially made furnace, we heat the sai up to about 1550 degrees and then quench it in AAA fast quench oil.
After heat treating, Matt places the sai in the tempering oven. We wait 2 hours at 500 degrees and remove the sai from the oven.
Leonardo's contributions are the blade at the end, the subas, and the blue handle wrap.
Using an existing mold from a 17th century iron suba with a turtle motif, Lauren injects wax into the mold, takes it out, and alters it to fit the bow staff. We charge the crucible with Evidor silicone bronze and add anhydrous borax to keep the metal clean. Lauren withdraws the 1,000-degree flask from the kiln and puts it into the vacuum casting machine.
I'm pulling the crucible out of the foundry, setting it in the shank, which will then control the pour. When we have a big crucible, we have a 2-man shank we do from both ends.
Carefully carrying the 2100-degree bronze, I enter the shop, turn on the vacuum machine, and pour the bronze. Once the metal temperature has fallen below 900 degrees, we quench the flask in water to remove the plaster.
To add a little extra Japanese flair to the piece, we have Ilya hand engrave some flowers on the fushi and kashira.
To give an antique look, John stains the red oak staff. We mount the suba on the staff to locate where the handle will be wrapped. Using a jig that John made himself, he wraps the handle.
I applied special double-sided tape to aid in holding on the Ito wrap. This is your traditional Japanese katana grip wrap. As you can see, my diamonds are starting to take shape. If you notice, I'm alternating which side is on top and which is on the bottom. The purpose for that was if the wrap got cut, the whole thing wouldn't just unravel in your hand.
Our good friend and fellow bladesmith, J.J. Simon, forged and heat treated a Heroes of Kori Tanto blade for us to use as the end blade for our Ninja Turtles weapon. I ground and polished the blade and got it ready to be mounted. What made this build really difficult was having to combine 4 weapons into one. I'm really thrilled with how this turned out. I think we made a very devastating weapon. Any one of the Ninja Turtles would be super proud to wield this. Shredder would have no chances.
We need to know what you want to see the guys build, so tell us in the comments below what hybrid weapon you want to see created next. And to make sure you don't miss it, please hit that subscribe button.